The little olive tree looked as if it were asking a question. Its leaves drooped over the dry soil, and one tiny leaf curled at the edge. XTERMIGATOR tilted his head. Could one child really help? We did not grab tools. We did not rush. We simply noticed.
Γεια σας φίλοι μου. Γεια σας my friends. Welcome to XTERMIGATOR Hellenic Kids, where faith, friendship, kindness, and adventure come together. I'm Sophia, and today XTERMIGATOR and our friends are setting out on another exciting adventure to discover something wonderful about our Orthodox Christian faith. Whether we're meeting a saint, exploring a Bible story, learning about one of our beautiful traditions, or discovering how we can show God's love to others, there is always something new to learn. And always remember, you are wonderfully created by God. You belong, and a disability is not an inability. It can be your greatest superpower. Έτοιμοι? Are you ready? Let's begin our adventure.
So there we were, beside the church garden, looking at that young olive tree. XTERMIGATOR gave me his serious face. You know the one. Eyebrows up, head tilted, as if he were about to solve the biggest mystery in the whole Hellenic Kids universe. I knelt near the soil and looked carefully. It was dry. The tree did not need a dramatic rescue. It needed attention, patience, and the right help. A trusted grown-up checked the garden with us. A little water, the grown-up said, and room for the roots. Then time to grow. XTERMIGATOR looked at me again. Could one child really make a difference? What do you think? Maybe one child cannot solve every problem in the world. That is not your job. But one child can notice. One child can ask for help. One child can choose a small, safe, kind action. That is what we are exploring today. Not how to be perfect, not how to carry the whole world on your shoulders. We are discovering how gratitude can become action. We will look at the gifts around us, remember how creation is described in Genesis, and find simple ways to care for people and places at home, at school, and at church. Our little phrase will help us along the way. Notice, give thanks, choose one safe action. Let's try it with the tree. First, notice. Its leaves are soft green. Its trunk is still thin. Its roots are hidden under the soil, working quietly. Second, give thanks. Thank God for plants, water, sunlight, and the people who care for gardens. Third, choose one safe action. In our case, we listened to the grown-up and helped with a small amount of water. Notice, give thanks, choose one safe action. Olive trees have deep roots in Greek history and culture. For many families, olives and olive oil are part of meals, celebrations, stories, and memories. An olive tree can remind people of patience because it grows over time, season by season. Maybe you have tasted olives. Maybe you have seen olive oil poured over bread or used in a family recipe. Maybe you have never tried them. That is perfectly fine. You do not need the same food, language, or family history to belong in a community of faith. When I looked at the tree, I started noticing other gifts too. Water in a cup, fruit on a plate, a sunny window, a clean classroom, someone preparing a meal, someone sweeping a floor. These ordinary things involve many kinds of care. Plants, soil, rain, sunlight, animals, families, workers, and neighbors are connected. Gratitude helps us see those connections. It does not mean everything is easy. It means we practice recognizing goodness and responding with care. That made me think of Genesis. In the beginning, the story tells us about God creating light, water, land, plants, animals, and people. Again and again, creation is described as good. So caring for creation is not about controlling everything. It is not about acting as if we own every living thing. It is about receiving the world with gratitude
and caring for what has been entrusted to us with humility and love.
Here is a picture that helps me. Imagine a library book lent to you by someone else. You enjoy the story, but you do not scribble across the pages or leave the book outside in the rain. You handle it carefully because it matters and because other people may need it after you. Caring for creation is a little like that, only much bigger. We use what we receive, and we try not to waste or damage what others need too. And when a problem is too big for one child, adults, families, churches, schools, and communities share the responsibility. Back by the garden, that meant we kept things simple. We did not change the watering schedule by ourselves. We did not dig around the roots. We listened. The grown-up showed us what was safe, and then we stepped back. Sometimes caring means doing something. Sometimes it means asking a wise person first. Sometimes it means allowing someone with more experience to lead. This kind of care can happen in ordinary places. At home, you might use only the water you need, following your family's usual routines. At school, you might use supplies thoughtfully if your teacher says that is helpful. At church, you might return an item to its place or notice whether a shared space is comfortable and welcoming. You do not have to do every one of these things. Just notice, give thanks, and choose one safe action. Caring for creation also means caring about how people experience a shared place. Maybe bags are blocking a walkway. Maybe a table needs more room for someone who uses a mobility device. Maybe an instruction would be easier to understand with a picture, a demonstration, or extra time. We can ask kindly and listen carefully. A child who communicates differently, moves differently, learns differently, or needs assistance is not a problem to be fixed. Every child is wonderfully created by God, with gifts, purpose, and a place to belong. Let's imagine 3 choices. You can use only the water you need with your family's guidance. You can care for a plant if a trusted adult gives permission and supervision. You can share or reuse supplies thoughtfully, such as a clean folder, a book, or art materials. Never handle tools, chemicals, or unfamiliar plants by yourself. And if an activity is not safe or does not work for your body, ask for an accommodation or choose another way to help. Caring should be safe, respectful, and possible for you. Here is a question you can carry with you. What do I have, and how can I care for it or share it? You might ask it when you see water running, when supplies are left unused, or when someone needs more room. Sometimes the answer is simple. Sometimes the answer is to tell an adult. Sometimes the kindest choice is to rest and let someone else help. Caring is not about rushing. Caring is love paying attention. Let's take a quiet moment together. If you are comfortable, place your hands in your lap, or simply listen in the way that works best for you. You can say these words silently or aloud. God, thank you for the earth, for plants and animals, for food and water, for our families and friends, and for the people who care for us. Help us notice your gifts and share them with kindness. Help us care for one another and for the world around us. Give us wisdom to ask for help and courage to do what is good. Amen. When we opened our eyes, the young tree was still young. Its leaves were not suddenly enormous, and the branches had not reached the sky. But the tree had been noticed. It had received the care it needed that day. That is how growth often happens for us too, little by little, with prayer, practice, help, and time. If you have questions about prayer, caring for creation, or something you hear at church, talk with a parent, caregiver, teacher, or priest you trust. Asking questions is part of learning. You do not need to know everything before you begin, and you do not need to be perfect. A young olive tree does not become ancient in one afternoon. It grows season by season. Extermigator and I are making our olive tree promise. We will notice gifts. We will give thanks. we will choose one safe way to care, share, or welcome. And when a task is too big, too difficult, or not safe for us, we will ask a trusted adult to help. Even a young olive tree could understand that promise. Notice, give thanks, choose one safe action. What might your one choice be this week? Maybe you will use water thoughtfully. Maybe you will check on a plant with permission. Maybe you will share school supplies, make room for a friend, or thank someone whose work often goes unnoticed. Choose one small action that is safe and kind. If your family shares about this episode, share only a general idea, never a child's name, school, location, schedule, or other private details.
What an adventure, friends! I'm Sophia, and I'm so glad you joined XTERMIGATOR and all of us today. As you go into your week, remember what we discovered. Faith isn't only something we learn about, it's something we live through kindness, courage, prayer, friendship, forgiveness, and love. Never forget that God created each of us with different gifts, and there is a place for every child in His church. Until our next adventure, keep asking questions, keep helping others, keep growing in faith, and keep being wonderfully you. From all of us at XTERMIGATOR Hellenic Kids, O Theos Mazisas. May God be with you. Teleme Sindoma. See you soon.
The journey doesn't stop when the sun starts to set. There's a kindness to carry, a promise to get. God love you, now go tell the world.